Alright, hello guys. Today we're going to be looking at the Zelda game between XX and FlyingSkate. This is one of the first round 1 matches in the Zelda Summer 2021 tournament. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So right off the bat we can see red XX and FlyingSkate in blue. They have 5 villagers. We're gonna have 3 docks each. In this case, we're gonna have 2 for red. Be interesting to see the differential there as time progresses. Okay, so he's gonna be collecting wood, of course, as Odin, and red's going to also be collecting wood as Odin. So it's a very nice fair matchup. The first few minutes are crucial in terms of your strategy, selecting the strategy you want to pursue. Do you want to rush? Do you want to boom? Focus on eco? All these different build orders and orders in general are very important. Usually you would see the temple near the gates here, the opening there to block it. It has higher HP than the first version of the walls. Seven ships there on red side and 9 ships on the blue side. Be faster as expected, and we have at 1:30 1 minute 30 seconds we have blue building the first TC with 3 bills. At 1:37 or so we have red building with 1 villager. We have some spy games going on here. Let's see, 11 ships on this side, 12 on the other side. They're pretty much equalizing at this point, closing the gap between the fishing ships. Of course, red saved, I believe, 120 wood by doing that, which is important early on. We have blue probably going slightly defensive until he gets a massive army going. Red doing the same thing. 16 on this side, 13 on the blue side. Okay, we've gone to the, let's see, still in the first age. Red is still building the TC. Looking at the resources, they're pretty equal on food, although red has a slight advantage on ships now. Actually, no. Blue is trying to just age. That's why the number decreased there for a second. Red is still not done. I don't think he's going to be pumping out any vills because he's already late. So he's probably just going to age. No, he's going to pump out a few dwarves. 19 or 24 ships on the red side, 19 on the blue side. 22 now. Not sure why I'm not seeing what's going on in their TC. It might be the way I'm viewing. Okay, so red is aging. They're both getting the same god, Freya. 2 walls here, so I think red might be the more defensive one in this case. Let's see. Gold distribution is higher for blue. More dwarves on gold. What else? Let's see when they go build the second TC. Looks like blue's ready to go for the TC. Need some more wood though to be able to do this, so he's gonna probably switch up these Atlantean builds pretty soon to wood. Well, no, he looks like he had enough there. Okay, let's see what's gonna go on here in terms of the first provocative move. So red is not building the second, or he's building it here. Okay. And the longhouse kind of far away from the, I think he's just trying to stay away from the spying eyes of blue. That's why he's building so far back, but blue is of course moving around. He's gonna catch that pretty soon. Very close to being done here with the second TC on blue side. Looking at food, we have a slight differential in terms of ships on red's in red's favor. Okay, we have the third TC going on for the red side. Let's see. What's going on here? What are they gonna do? So okay, blue's gonna progress and advance a little bit, building forward, while red is probably going to push out eventually with all of his army. Red is focusing on gold now. Okay, so we have one longhouse built outside. I think it deleted that second one for some reason. Probably just wood for the third TC, possibly. Not sure why I can't see the progress of this TC. Red has a lot of food by this point. Okay, he's gonna build the longhouse next to one of the external TCs and also the other one. And what is red doing? So his third one almost finished up. In terms of resources, not a huge advantage, except that blue has a lot more dwarves. Long term, that's going to pay off very well because they're optimized for gold mining. So let's see, he's going to have two more longhouses. And clearly here, we're going to have blue on the offensive. Red probably knows that blue's going to outpace him a bit, and that's why he's just going to push out all at once, starting a little bit defensively. Once he pushes out, he's gonna want to go for one of these TCs and just take it out before blue makes it kind of impossible to push through. So we have the third god for the third age for red, and looks like blue already advanced with what god is that? I forget the name of that god. With the frost giant. Okay, so 3 Heresiers, few infantry. Scores are somewhat equal. Blue has a clear advantage here in terms of holding the two TCs. He just doesn't have much of an army yet, but he's building the infrastructure so he can push out units quickly. Red is kind of hunkering down inside his base and starting to prepare for a push. Very closing the gap there in terms of resources. Of course, we don't know if it's most likely just food, the difference in food. Okay, we have a lot of cavalry spawning out here, some upgrades. Going to the next age for blue. Let's see what red, he's not aging yet. He's going to be building the units necessary to some ramps to basically quickly eliminate these longhouses and quickly build the external TC. Once he takes this down, or takes one of these TCs, he's going to be able to equalize for a bit. It's going to be interesting here. So he's scouted it out and knows that it's a good time to take out that hill fort. Changes his mind and builds his own hill fort first, seeing that, well, he can't see it from here, but he knows there's at least one being built. Okay, so he's gonna build some houses there. He has 2 rams as of now, pumping out more, and he probably forgot to take out these units, or he's just hiding them to push out last minute. I don't see Blue's ravens here, so I don't think he's actually hiding that, because he must have just forgotten. If he just continuously forgets about that, that's going to be a major disadvantage. So of course blue and red are both now in their mythic age and ready to battle. They have a couple of Hairseers, Frost Giant, couple Hairseers there. Looks like red has a slight advantage here. I haven't seen the upgrades yet. Let's see. He has a lot of upgrades there for almost every unit. Okay, a little bit of a clash there. Blue has a slight advantage as of now. We're gonna ignore their bases for now. We're gonna just look at the main battlefield here. So let's see. Mountain Giant, 2 rams. Hairseers on this side. Red has still the unit advantage here. Let's see if blue has any upgrades. He also has most of the upgrades there. Should be interesting. So red attacks on this side, the left side. Let's see, he's going to take out those longhouses. Okay, so rams are taken out. Red's gonna want more Wolfsarks. There's a lot of cavalry here, and they have almost all of their upgrades. Okay, so we need more Hairseers or Jarls on that side to take out that Fire Giant. Blue is clearly winning at this point. Did lose one of his TCs though, so there's no population advantage anymore. Let's see what red can do here. Can he bounce back and focus? Okay, so red is going to use the Fimble Winter as well as the Walking Pines or Walking Woods. He's got a bunch of rams coming, and his units are not very organized as of now, so he might be sending them to their deaths. He needs to basically queue them up somewhere. Oops, jumped back. Let's see here, we have a couple of rams coming out to take out these longhouses, most likely. I'll probably send them on this side because there's not much more left, but he probably can. Yes, he can see that because he has the has line of sight here. Looks like he sent them right to their deaths here. That was a critical error. Yes, I would have gone and taken out these ballistas first, and then one by one, and of course send the supporting troops behind the rams, or in front of them rather. Let's see how this turns out. We have a lot of ballista on the blue side, also a lot of Olfs and Cav. Right, so as of now it looks like blue is going to definitely win this match. Red is trying to make a comeback here, but the focus should really just be on the gates. Okay, so blue has still a clear advantage, and it looks like red's going to be losing. Still hasn't used his frost power yet. Okay, so the game ended here. Blue had the clear advantage in terms of numbers, and all of the upgrades look like they've been, or most of them have been completed. Let's look at the post game. Red wins economy, most likely due to the food. Military for blue, of course. Improvements for blue by a slight edge. Mythology for blue, probably because the fire giants. Let's see here. Let's look at the ratio here. Units lost. Of course, blue is gonna have very good ratio here, and red's gonna have a less than 1 ratio. Timing, of course, is well for blue as well, so a couple seconds there, a couple seconds there, about almost 2 minutes there for Mythic Age. Champion Ulfsark, Fire Giant, and Mountain Giant, okay. Okay, so that's the end of that. Thank you for watching this. See you in the next match.